Today is my baby boy Capri's third birthday.
Yay. Happy birthday, Capri.
Pew, pew, pew. I cannot believe I have had this little guy in my life for 3 years. Well, it'll be 3 years in January. His birth is October 2021, and his gotcha day is January 16th, 2022. And so with that being said, even though I wasn't there for his birth, I birthed him. I feel so connected to him. You know, it was a long time coming, just having him as a child, having him as my offspring. It doesn't,
Okay.
it's something that I don't take lightly. And so I
Let's
just
come
want to
back to
honor
the world
him.
of reality. Let's come back to the world.
I just want to honor him for being my son and for changing my life and helping me through so many things in life in just this short period of time. And happy birthday, Capri. I love you so much.
Happy birthday, Furfew. I love you too, Capri. He's the best.
He is the best.
So are you,
Ooh.
Ollie.
Hello, and welcome to Cross Gen Sisters. I'm Chantal, the younger sister.
And I'm Keisha. I'm the older sister. Hello, sister. What's up?
Hey, sis. What are they saying? Jamaican Wagwan? Wagwan.
Okay, I'm not even touching that because I don't need any Jamaicans coming after us.
Well, they'll live because I'm gonna do what I want. What's going on? Okay.
Okay.
This is our podcast. But anyway, how are you?
So I see you have a voting sticker on.
I sure do. I did my civic duty today and I voted for this. I know we say this in every election, but this is literally the most important election of our lives. Democracy is at stake. But seriously, like we have, especially when it comes to being a Black woman, especially when it comes to being a woman, especially when it comes to so many people before us who literally marched for us to have this right. I felt like it was only necessary for me to get up this morning and go do and fulfill my civic duty and go vote. I voted for the obvious choice, which is Kamala Waltz. And I felt very proud of my decision. I stand by my decision. I know that no one's perfect, but I just know that I will be able to sleep at night knowing that that woman is leading our country with Tim Walz supporting her. And it was just beautiful to see the energy at the poll. Like this is my fourth presidential election I've been able to vote in. I've never seen energy like this at the polls. Like you had people old, young, middle age, what have you, in line. And there was this girl who was 21. It was her first time voting, and she was so excited. She was so stoked. She was like, I can't wait for my sticker. I can't wait for my sticker. And I'm not gonna lie to you. That's what a lot of people go for, that damn sticker. And I'm so happy and honored to be wearing mine to show that I voted. But it was more than that. It was to honor those who came before us, those who are no longer here to be able to cast their own votes, and those who worked their ass off, in their lifetime to ensure that we have the right to vote. And so it was just an honor. I was cheering people on. People were smiling in a good mood. And it was the first day of early voting here in Cali. So people were just like happy to fulfill their civic duty. I may or may not have got interviewed for the news. Breaking news. Yes, I need to watch it. It's supposed to be coming on at 5:00. So I was like, what time is this going to come on? They're like 5. I was like,
Wait, so what happened?
I was leaving. I was like skipping out of the polling location, like happy. Like I was so happy. And I got my sticker. Lady was like, oh, this is what you came for, huh? I said, you know it, girl. That's what I came for. I came for my sticker. And so I high-fived one of the volunteer ladies when I was leaving. And I didn't even see this man, but I'm leaving. He goes, ma'am. And he's like, I'm sorry to bother you, but can I trouble you for an interview at the ABC7? And I was like, yeah, sure. And so he just asked me about like why I did early voting, why should people vote, and just like why, coming in person as opposed to voting at home. And I was just like, listen, I want to be amongst this energy. You can't get this type of energy at home. And I know some people aren't physically able or mobile to go and cast votes, but for those who are, get out and go vote. The election doesn't start on November 5th. It ends on November 5th. Wherever you are, early voting is in session. So please go and fulfill your civic duty and vote. This is an important election. Hashtag Team Kamala. Okay. And I know this is not a political podcast, but I don't give a shit right now. If you don't get out of your bed, if you don't get off your couch, what's that commercial with that guy with his college commercial? You're sitting at home, you're letting your life pass you by. Get up out there and go vote.
What is it? Is it
I
the
think
one
it's
that Romeo used
ICDC.
to, yeah,
Yeah,
ICDC College.
ICDC
ICDC
College.
College. Romeo did
Mm-hmm.
commercials for it.
I know, like he must have needed a bag really quickly because what the hell? I'm like, sir. But
A job
yes.
is a job. A job is a job.
But all money ain't good money, okay? Because you could never live that down. Just like when Mary J. Blige did that damn Burger King chicken commercial. Crispy chicken, fresh lettuce. Hey.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
with three pickles. Yeah, okay.
But you remember it, so it
I
meant something.
remember it, but not for with good reasons. They tried to ask her about it in an interview recently. She was just like, I don't want to talk about this. Yeah, I bet you don't, but that cash, that check cash, but that memory lasts forever. But anyway, going back to Miss Harris and Mr. Waltz, please go vote. This is an important election. You don't want to be on election night looking at, oh my gosh, um, well, this happened, that happened. Oh, I should have voted. You should have, could have, would have. Go vote, okay? Please go vote. Do it for your ancestors. Do it. If you not want to do it for nobody else, do it for your damn self because there's so much on the ballot this year. And yes, so all that being said, I'm so proud I was able to vote. Everybody had good energy. It was the first day of voting here in Cali. And yes, I was very, very proud of myself. And to top it off, being on the news, baby, I'm about to have popcorn tonight watching myself on the 5 o'clock news. Period.
Period. That's
Period.
great.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you for doing your civic duty. I did see when I was at the farmers market, people standing in line to vote at the courthouse, and it was a line.
Hmm.
And a little girl walked past, and she goes, "Daddy, that's a long line." So people are excited because it's October 26th. Election day is November 5th. People
Yeah.
are like, "We're voting. We're going to spend
Voting now.
our sunny Saturday morning voting."
Exactly. And speaking of little girls, there was this little girl who was crying. She went with her mom to go vote, and she was crying. As she was leaving, I was joking. I said, "Oh, she's mad she can't vote, huh?" And everyone starts laughing. I said, "She's like, Mommy, when is it my turn, Mommy?" And everyone starts laughing in the line, even her
Did
mom.
not say mummy. When is it my turn, mummy? Like Violet
I said,
Evergarden.
"Yes, when is my turn, Mommy?" And so everyone
What?
everyone started laughing because I was like, why is she crying at the goddamn voting booth? Like, what is wrong with you, girl? Mommy, when is it gonna be my turn? Yeah. But yes, that was a cute little moment. Everyone laughed. I was like, I'm just here to make the people laugh, honey. But yes, I felt very good about it, and it's gonna keep me on a high for the rest of the day. So yeah.
I love that. I love that you feel so good just having done something that didn't cost you any money and is actually good for all of us.
Yes, for all of us indeed. And your local officials as well, when it comes to the homelessness issues, when it comes to climate change, when it comes to funding schools, when it comes to zoning and all those things, like those things are on the ballot as well. And so I was like, let me make my voice heard. Have you made your plans to vote, sis?
I just want to say real quick, I think it's hilarious that you are the person who was very adamant that it is not going to be a political podcast because you don't want to talk about politics. And it's been, I want to say like 20 minutes that you've been talking about this, which is fine. I mean, I'm good with this. I'm very proud. Anyway, it's all good. I'm
This
just
is
giving you a hard
this is
time.
an exception. This moment is an exception. Even like Beyonce said at the rally, I know we're going to talk about it later. She said, "I'm not here as a celebrity. I'm not here as a politician. I'm here as a mother. I'm here as a daughter, a sister, a friend, an aunt, a cousin. I'm here as all of those things." And so that's why I am so adamant about getting up, getting out, and voting.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, back to my question.
So I was going to vote by mail and I have my ballot and I was going to fill it out this weekend. And I was thinking of filling it out and dropping it off. I might still do that, but I do kind of like that energy of going and voting in
Yep.
person. So we'll see. I have some time during the week where I might be able to go and vote in person. So I have multiple options and the polling location is very close.
Okay, good. Yes, go drop it off. There's a lot of people who did that. I love how, pause. Sorry, y'all who are listening. Both of our dogs are having a bark off across screens. So, sincere apologies. And if you want to edit this out, Keisha, I'm sure you will, but whatever. I just wanted to make note of it because it was funny to me. Yes, you can go in and you can just feel the energy. They kept saying, if anyone has a drop off ballot, anyone has a mail in ballot, you can just drop it off. You don't have to wait in line. So that's a plus. You don't have to wait in line. You could just go in and drop it off. But I do highly recommend doing it in person because that energy is palpable. And I felt like we could have been marching. Okay. That's how, and the energy was. I was like, I'm marching, I'm marching, I'm marching. Yes, that's what it was giving. So I was like, more of this, please. So, yes.
It's great.
And on
Yay.
one last note, my tidbits. What's going on in your world, sis?
What's going on in my world? I just realized that we have to turn back the clocks tonight.
No, it's fall four.
Yeah, fall back. I want to fall forward.
Could you imagine if that was what it was? Fall forward. It's bringing back. Hey, fall forward. It's bringing back. Oh my God. Okay, so fall back.
Spring forward.
Spring forward. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Fall back. Not fall back. I hate this is my I want whoever came up with this. I want whoever decided this was I want them to find a rock in their shoes. I want them to be in traffic for 10 hours. I want when they go to pump gasoline, I want a shit ton of gasoline to fall on their favorite pair of shoes. This is what I wish for them because why would you want this to be our truth? Why is it getting dark at 5 o'clock?
You know, it's also a good one. The gasoline made me think of it to have a giant blob of cooking oil fall on their favorite shirt.
Oh, yes. Like they're cooking breakfast or cooking something. They're like, oh man, they have a presentation later that day. And then, damn, bloop, bloop, Crisco right on them. They go and smell like Popeyes to work because they still not going to change the shirt. They're going to be too lazy to. So it's like,
But also, have you tried to get anything oil based out of fabric? It is hard,
very
especially the
hard.
longer it's in there. Oh my goodness.
I don't want to tap when they're home. I want them to be on their way to work. So that way they can't just make it. It's like they're eating, greasy foods or whatever. And the oil from it just drips onto their shirt when they're 2 minutes away from the office. I want, as they're pulling up in that bitch, I don't want it to happen. So that's what I wish for that person.
That's good. That's good. I love it. Nothing
Thank
too
you.
harmful.
Yeah. I don't want harm to come your way. I just want little life's inconveniences to set you back. Like you thought you were going to get somewhere in 20 minutes. Newsflash, 55 minutes now. Don't you hate when your GPS says that? You're like, oh, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it for the 6 o'clock dinner. Newsflash, it's now 6:53 arrival time. Yeah. And the person who you're meeting is pissed off at you. That's what I wish for that person.
That person is you.
Yes.
Well, I think that's good for the intro, the pleasantries and the welcome. Why don't we start the show with some Today I Learned? All right, I am kicking off Today I Learned this week. And so get this. I was on Instagram posting on our account, our Crossgen Sisters account, and follow us on Instagram. And I saw a post on Smartless, and one of their guests was a left-handed person. I can't even remember who the guest was, but they were talking about how hard it can be to be left-handed. And so there are a bunch of people in the comments who are like, oh my God, yeah, the scissors. I could never use the scissors at school because they're made for right-handed people. And sitting at desk in school were hard because they were made for right-handed people. You know those desks that like the
Curve to the side. Yeah.
Exactly. And there would maybe be, if you were lucky, one left-handed desk and some asshole like a right-handed person who was just oblivious would sit there and you're just like, great, the one desk, one desk that I can sit in. And so one person said, also the handbags are made for right-handed people. And I was like, handbags? What do you mean? So she messaged me and her name is Liz, Liz PR I can't, I'll have to look up her official um username, but it's Liz PR. And she sent me the cutest video. She said, I just discovered your podcast when I responded to your comment. And I am 55, I'm Gen X, and one of my best friends is 31. So she was like, this is right up my alley. So she said she'll listen to it. But she was telling me about how handbags are designed for right-handed people because of the way that they put the buckles on the bag. So if there is a bag that has like a buckle on it, the buckle is meant to be in the back so it doesn't show and like, kind of like ruin the front of your appearance. But if you're left-handed and you wear your bag the opposite way, that buckle is now going to be in the front. And then also bags that have like a pocket, the pocket is made for someone who's going to wear their bag on a certain side of their body and have access to the pocket on the outside. Now, if you're left-handed and you wear your bag on the other side of your body, now that pocket is on the inside. Who wants a pocket inside? Like, you know what I
This
mean?
is
Like the
so
pocket,
complicated for a damn bag. Why can't they just make it neutral?
because the world, 80% of the world is right-handed, and they're not thinking about left-handed people unless one day you have a child and your child is left-handed. You're like, oh, wait, my child can't use these scissors. So it got me thinking, like, I never thought about handbags. I knew about the desk, I knew about the scissors. I never thought about the handbags. So I started thinking, how else have I been discriminated against in this right bias society? Don't roll your eyes at me. This is real. 20% of
Okay. You
us
don't even
suffer.
really wear handbags like that. So why are you tripping about?
I did when I was in LA, and I wear a crossbody handbag
Yeah, a
all the
crossbody, but
time.
it's very neutral. Your crossbodies are like zipped from left.
Do you know where the pockets are? Not on the side that I need them to be.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
You shouldn't
But,
laugh. Don't
but
laugh
you
at
get
my
by.
pain.
You get by though. You make it
But
work.
hold on. Let me tell you. Knives are made for right-handed people.
How are
Keyboards,
knives? How no? How are
because of
knives made for?
the way they place the grippy parts, made for right-handed people. Um, let's see. Lawnmowers, all kinds of tools. I found that there
I'm
are
sorry. I'm sorry.
no, listen. There are all kinds of accidents that happen with tools because they're made for right-handed people, and left-handed people are using them the way they think is the right way and have accidents.
Sorry.
You're terrible. I'm going to post this
These are things
all
you
over
never
the
do.
internet.
These are things you never do. When are you mowing lawn? When are you?
I mowed the lawn from the ages of 12 to 18.
And how were you prohibited?
I'm lucky that I didn't cut off a toe.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I am
You
so
should not
sorry.
laugh at my pain.
I am so sorry that you can't cut your paper like all of
You
us
know,
can. I am
so
so sorry that you got to
wow.
zip that bag from left to right instead of right to left. I
You
hope you
know what?
can. I hope you can go on another day. I really do.
You
I'm
laugh, but you
sorry.
know what? You know what? This is how left-handed people are winning because we have to learn how to use our left and right hands. So we're
You become
actually like,
ambidextrous.
that's
Ambidextrous.
right. That's right. So who's laughing now?
And aren't left-handed people normally smarter?
Mhm.
So there you go. You have more advantages and cons. Like who wants to, even though, you mowed lawns when you're younger, at least you don't have to do that ever again. Look at the bright side. And when you go to cut scissors, do you hear me? When you go to use scissors, just I'll just give you a tissue and you can wipe those tears as you cut that piece of paper you have to cut. And then, may you move on knowing that you're smarter than the rest of us. That's your consolation.
I used to joke that I'm part of 4 different marginalized groups,
Oh my God.
and obviously Black woman, left-handed, and short.
Okay. You know what? Jesus, help us all.
Okay, let's not even talk about who designs cabinetry in kitchens and puts the cabinets up so high that one has to buy a step ladder to be able to reach anything up there. But that's a whole other topic. Moving on. What is your today I learned, sis?
Well, today I learned so much from your damn today I learned. So I'm over here like, okay, next time I use all of these things, I'll be thinking, damn, Keisha's gonna have a hard time with this. But no, my today I learned kind of taps into Pop and Jen as well. So DJ Clark Kent, who was a notorious DJ in hip hop, one of the OGs in hip hop, a producer, he passed away recently, like a few days ago. And so
Oh.
one of the things that I discovered and learned is that he's huge in the sneakerhead community, and he currently has a pair of shoes that are retailing for $19,000. 19K. And when I went to look at these shoes, because I went to because he was featured in I think it was Roll Bounce with Bow Wow, and Bow Wow was like looking at the shoes and like a
Oh.
glass. He was like, "Yo, I gotta get these Clark Kents. I gotta get these Clark Kents." And so I was like looking at that. And so whenever I went to Google, oh, how much are these shoes that Bow Wow was referencing? They gotta be like $500. No, $19,000. I was like, oh my gosh, what the heck? I can't lie. There's some pretty dope shoes. But oh my goodness, here, I'm gonna drop you the link so you can see them. For those of you who are like wanting to see a link, just Google DJ Clark Kent sneakers and you'll find them on goat.com and they're
Ooh.
$19,000. And so I was like, I'm sure it's worth every penny, but my God, the magnitude of impact you have to have, the magnitude of just like kind of just inspiration and kind of just who you are as a person to be able to sell shoes for $19,000. Like I'm sure because of his passing, there's going to be like back orders and people are going to like sell out of these shoes. But wow, I have never seen sneakers. I've never seen shoes cost this much. So they're pretty dope shoes. I was just like, my God, to learn that there's $19,000 shoes, sneakers in the world. I
I
mean,
I mean, I'm looking at these shoes in this particular, so they're Nike Air Force Ones, low, and I'm looking at these colors. These are like all my favorite colors, like
yeah,
the blues, the pinks, the oh my gosh, the steel gray. I mean, I'm
yeah,
not going to pay nineteen thousand
exactly.
dollars for it, but
I would
it's
buy these shoes
tight.
if yeah, I would like to retire too. I would totally wear these shoes. Now, would I buy them? Never. Because I'm sorry, Clark can't. I just don't have 19K to spend on shoes. You know, I'd like to be retired. To your point, Keisha, I would like to invest into if I choose to expand my family one day. Those are things that I think of first and foremost. However, I would gladly try these shoes on and then proceed to run away in them.
First
Um,
and foremost.
First and foremost, I would love to try these shoes on and then literally run from the scene. Just have literally they have APB out of me so fast. We are looking for a young gal who's on the run with 19K shoes. But anywho, yeah, that's just what I learned. And I was just like, holy cannoli. I've never seen sneakers cost so much. But with that being said, rest in peace, DJ Clark Kent, your
Yes.
imprint, your impact will be felt forever. And those who have the privilege of wearing your shoes will carry you wherever they go. Will I be jealous of them in the process? Hell yes. All right, y'all. That's it for today. I learned. Let's get into Pop and Jen quick hits.
Quick hits, quick hits, quick hits. Should I keep that in?
No, you sound like the guy who says, now this hits, but he had like a stroke.
Oh, hey.
That's how you sounded.
Okay, let's do this. Pop and Jen, quick hits. We're going to start off with something sad. Liam Payne of One Direction died a couple of weeks ago, and he was only 31 years old. He leaves behind a 7-year-old son, whom I believe is named Bear, and a girlfriend, and obviously his fellow One Direction bandmates and family and friends. Um, what are your thoughts when you heard this? I heard from you.
Yeah, I mean, I was in a movie screening and, it was a very joyous movie screening. So I was all happy and just like, in a good spirits. And then, as one does, I open up my Instagram and it says Liam Payne dead at 31. And I was like, surely I'm misreading this. Surely, what? I wasn't computing. It was not computing for me. I just instantly started thinking about the rest of his bandmates. And just how young he is, just how like, oh my goodness, what happened? I just started having all these questions in my head. I just couldn't believe it. It was very shocking to be so young. I just wanted to know what happened. I didn't know. I learned from you that he had a son. I didn't realize that he had a son when he was 23. And so I was just like, wow, like he's leaving behind a child, his family, his friends. And what really got me is when Zayn made his statement. I think Zayn was the first one to make a statement, and he called him his brother. It's this picture of them when they were like 20, and saying that he like basically helped keep him going in the group and like was a sounding board for him. Like that really, really made me sad. It just made me sad because only the is there five of them in the band know what it was like to endure everything they did, good, bad, and the ugly. And so to have a core part of your life be just taken from you, it's like kind of fragments reality for you a bit. Like all of the memories you had with this person, and they didn't even reach the tip of all of their potential. And so it was really sad. And my heart goes out to him and his loved ones. I just read today, I was today years old when I found out he dated Naomi Campbell.
What?
Yes, Naomi Campbell and Liam Payne dated. And she commented on a post about him. And I was like, what do you mean? So he was out here just dating people. All right. I did not know that.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't know if they met on a show, at a judging show that they were both judging, but yeah, apparently that was a thing. But you learn so much about someone when they pass, unfortunately, good, bad, and the ugly and indifferent. And so I just want the media to give him the respect he deserves. And I say this from the bottom and the depths of my soul. Fuck TMZ for leaking that image of Liam Payne's body. I think it's revolting. I think it's sick. TMZ continues to go below the belt. I'm even gonna say below the belt. They just are diabolically disturbing, and how dare they? And so just disgusting. Like, how horrific are you? Like, give him the peace and the respect he deserves and let his family and friends process this tragic death. But to do that, not even 24 hours after, like it was repulsive. And that brand continues to show me how just utter trash they are.
Yeah. The episode of Higher Learning Podcast, I want to say from probably the day or two after Liam Payne died, may provide some insight into what TMZ was thinking when they decided to post that picture. Van Lathan Jr. used to work at TMZ, and he gave some speculation as to what he thinks might have happened. So check that out if you're interested.
But for those who haven't watched it, can you tell us basically what he said?
He said essentially that because of things that have happened, like with the rumors of Beyonce performing at the Democratic National Convention, that never happened. Like they published that she was going to be performing, or she was at least going to be there, and Beyonce's camp came out and emphatically were like, she's not even in the same city. So they kind of had egg on their face for that. With everything that happened with the Kobe Bryant death and how they handled the aftermath, their reputation has really taken a hit. And so Van speculated that maybe this is their way. And they specifically only posted the part of his body where you could see a tattoo to verify this is in fact Liam Payne, because he has these tattoos. So his theory is that they weren't trying to be salacious. They were trying to uh verify that they're factual. And this was not said in defense of them. This was just his thinking.
Yeah, it's still fuck TMZ over here, but I hear what you're
Oh,
saying.
absolutely. I mean, I am not a fan. They're like, I won't even go to their website to give them any kind of traffic
At all.
because it
Same.
is trash. They
Trash.
allow like all kinds of hatred to fester on their comment section. Anyway, um, RIP to Liam. It is always sad when someone dies so young, and it sounds like he was going through a lot inside. And so I hope that wherever he is, he's able to find some peace. And hope that his loved ones are comforted as they go through this grieving process.
Agreed 1,000%. Rest in peace, Liam. Well, moving on to a lighter note, I am happy to relay that one of my favorite shows of 2024, Nobody Wants This, has been renewed for season two. Pew, pew, pew. I don't think you understand how happy I am. Like, this show was so good. Like, watching season one with Kristen Bell and Adam Brody, their chemistry was so insane. It was so insane that Dax Shepard had to be like, whoa. Kristen Bell's husband was like, "Yeah, this chemistry was really good." Like it wasn't jealous or anything, so he says. I mean, but I would have felt some type of way because that chemistry was palpable, palpable. But they're renewed for a season two, although they have new showrunners. That can sometimes kind of derail a show. That can kind of bring a
Why
different direction.
why new showrunners?
I'm not sure. I didn't really read up on what happened there. But I do know they have new showrunners, and I just hope it doesn't mess with the integrity and the tone and theme of the show because that's what made her so good. Like, oh my gosh. And so I'm just hoping the new showrunners elevate it to an even better level, which I'm just like, how can you make it even better than it already is? Because it's perfect television. Have you should watch the banter on the show with the sisters because it reminds me of you and me. The two sisters with the podcast, their banter with each other, whatever. One's Kristen Bell's older sister and her younger sister. It's just very familiar. But I really, really love the show. It's very lighthearted, talking about dating and today's society. And I'm just excited to see what they do with season two because it was just so good. And so with all these shows being canceled left and right, it was good to see a really good show continue its journey.
Well, Netflix usually lets a show go for 3 seasons before they cancel it.
Not one lie told. I'm just happy that they gave it some breathing room a little bit, should tell it a little bit more because if they would have canceled it, I'd be like, you didn't even give it time to breathe. Damn. But yes,
I'm just over here so bitter about them canceling Santa Clarita Diet and leaving it on a cliffhanger.
oh, that's annoying. I hope they don't do that to this show, but with their track record, I wouldn't be surprised. But at least we get a season two. So
Yay!
yep, that was my exciting Pop and Jen. And then one more is watching our H-Town queen, the president of Houston, Miss Beyonce Knowles Carter, giving her speech at Kamala Harris's rally in Texas with her sister, our beloved chocolate queen, Miss Calendria Rowland, who, can I say, she did the damn thing. It was giving President 2028 because the way Calendria was on that podium and saying, let's turn back the pen. Let's turn she was gonna be hyped up. I was like, wow. I had major FOMO that I was not there in my hometown to celebrate this monumental moment. But Beyonce was beautiful. Kelly was beautiful. They were both representing as mothers and representing the future that they want for their children. And Beyonce was like, let's write a new story. Let's write a new story. Or no, she said, let's write a new song as a country. Let's come together. H-Town, hold it down. I was like, yes, B, you better let us know. So it was really beautiful to see her there in her hometown because it's so funny to just, not funny, but like what's humorous to me is that people will be like, oh my gosh, Beyonce's gonna be in Houston. Duh. Any chance she can get to like be in her city and for a good cause, she's gonna be there. She's gonna show up. When it
Yeah.
comes like the hurricane that happened last time, she's gonna not if she's not there physically, she's gonna put her money where her mouth is and going to advocate for change in her communities. Okay, Miss Third Ward herself. But what was funny was her mom, Miss Tina Knowles. She had a speech before she introduced her two daughters. In her words, Kelly and Beyonce. She was having trouble with the teleprompter. You could tell she was. She was like, "I'll be honest with you guys. I am having a hard time with this teleprompter. I'm just gonna keep it real." You just see her try to follow along on the teleprompter. I'm like, if y'all don't fix Miss Tina's damn teleprompter, okay? I got her looking at like she's stumbling over her words. But no, she did great. She did fantastic. But overall, it just made my heart happy to be from Houston, to be voting for Kamala, to see these women that I grew up like literally going to the Houston rodeo to support them and at their humble beginnings and seeing where they are now. It was just full circle. And so, yes, go Texas.
It's great. Go Texas.
Or in the words of Beyonce, Thank you, Houston. The little video, the video of her when she was little. I love you, Houston.
Oh yeah. What
Yeah.
video is that in?
She won some time. Oh, it's bow. I think it's either Bow Down. I do know it's from her self-titled album. I think it was from Bow Down. She said, I love you, Houston. I could be wrong, but a lot of her catalog meshes into each other in my
I
brain.
mean,
So
so many songs.
she has so many songs. I think I know which video you're talking about, and she puts it at the end of it.
Well, that's great. I love to see one that Beyonce and Kelly and Michelle are still very close.
Yeah, it was beautiful to see.
For some Jen part of Pop and Jen, have you heard of, we'll start with this first. Have you heard of the movie When Harry Met Sally?
Heard of it? Yes. Seen it? No.
Okay, that's a start. Do you know what it's about?
I am confusing that with the She's Got Mail movie. So no. Are any of the people who are in You've Got Mail
She's,
in?
she's got mail.
What
It
did I
sounds like
say?
she's got mail mixed with she's all that is you you said she's got mail. The movie is You've Got Mail. And it sounds
Oh,
like you're mixing it up with she's all that.
oh my goodness. See, I'm getting all of them confused because I haven't seen any of them. So, are the people who are in You've Got Mail and When Harry Met Sally?
One person
And
is
that's
in
Meg Ryan, right?
right. Yes.
Okay, I do know that.
Okay. That's great. So this was the 35th anniversary of the release of When Harry Met Sally.
Wow.
Eh, Yeah. I watched that movie for the first time in 1990, and I know this for sure because it was when we were moving from Georgia to Texas.
And
This
what
was
year?
1990.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and so it came on TV and I watched it and I was like, "Oh, wow." I'm like 12 and it's like I just think this is the greatest movie ever. And apparently I have good taste because a bunch of other people do too. And I know that it's had like a resurgence in popularity on TikTok because of the sweaters that Billy Crystal wears. The
Oh,
TikTok
yes,
girl
that's the
is
one,
like
Billy
was
Crystal. Okay, yeah, that's the Billy
yes.
Crystal. Okay, okay, yes. Ringing a
It is
bell.
it is also the movie with the infamous line, I'll have what she's having.
Okay.
It is also the movie where Meg Ryan infamously does the fake orgasm in the deli.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Do you not know that scene where she is?
I vaguely know what you're talking about, but that's a bold choice. Okay.
It is classic. I think you would like the movie. I would love to watch the movie with you and hear what you think of it because it's always fascinating to hear a fresh perspective on a movie that was made decades ago. So we should watch it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do
Oh,
it.
next, did you hear about Crocs making matching Crocs for dogs and dog owners?
I did, and I heard they sold out already.
Did you buy any?
I did not because they had already sold out. Would I have bought them for Capri? Hell yes. But for me, I don't know if I'm going to wear the color scheme. Like, I didn't like the color. I'm very particular with my Crocs, but I would totally buy them for Capri.
Was it only the hot pink and hot green?
Yeah, and I think those are just very extravagant colors to wear willy-nilly. The only Crocs I own are the chai ones that Oprah recommended. If Oprah's recommending me wear Crocs, I will wear the ones she recommends. But
What are these?
these are they're called the chai latte Crocs. They're like brownish color. It was on one of her Oprah's favorite things like 2022. And I bought a pair and they're super cute. And I just put my little Croc gems on them, but it's like subtle. Like it's not like, oh my gosh, she's wearing these bright ass Crocs. So that's just where I draw the line when it comes to Crocs. You can't see my Crocs before you see me. Okay.
You also don't really wear like hot like neon colors.
I don't. I would not like to be a human highlighter. I'm good.
Well,
But
that's not for me. I don't like Crocs. I don't care what color they are. So, next.
well, okay.
But enjoy them. I saw Amanda from Amanda Batula from Summer House, she had a video of her and her dogs with the matching Crocs, the pink ones.
I
It
mean,
was really
that sounds on brand.
it was really cute for her. Um, a really quick hit. You probably don't remember her, but Camila from The Real World Boston. She was the one Black woman on that season. So it was season 6. It was one of the the best seasons in that season 1 through 10. She was infamously outspoken. She was in, I think she was in medical school. She wanted to be a doctor. She is now a doctor, and she is a regular medical contributor on the Drew Barrymore show. She's a an OBGYN.
Oh wow, good for her. I like her name a lot, Camila. It's very
Yeah.
pretty. I don't
And she
remember.
looks great.
Oh, nice. I don't remember her. Let me see what she looks like. Let me Google her. What's her last name?
I am drawing a blank. Just put in
Camila
Camila.
Phillips.
Yes, Camila Phillips.
Okay, let me see what she looks like. Oh, she's gorge.
She is gorgeous. You would love this, the scene. So there's this one scene in the real world, and I remember watching this. She's a few years older than me, so I was probably in college or yeah, like college when I watched this. She's walking past a man, and the man he either whistles at her or says, "Yo." And she's like, "Excuse me?" And he's like, "Yo." And she says, "That's how you talk to a woman? And you expect me to respond in a positive way?" And she's like 21, 22 saying this. And this man is completely taken aback that he's been called out for being for catcalling basically and being disrespectful. And I was just floored. I was like, I did not have the ovaries in me at the time to just be like, don't catcall me, motherfucker. Because that's essentially what she did. Now I do that up and down. Shoot. Anyway, so shout out to Camila. I think that is amazing seeing her do her thing. And then I have one more thing. So the holiday movie trailers are starting to come out. I'm really excited because there's one with Christina Milian. I think she's adorable with her romantic comedies. She has two other
She's really
ones.
good. She's really that's
Yeah.
her like she's in her holiday bag when she does those movies, and I'm really happy for her because she kills it.
Yeah, I really like the one where she goes to New Zealand because she wins an inn. Do you remember that one?
I don't.
Or she wins a B&B. Anyway, it's really cute. So she has one coming out. Lindsay Lohan has another one coming out. I think this is her
Which
second one now.
which pause? Can we talk about how Lindsay Lohan is looking fantastic?
She looks really good. I'm happy
She
for
looks
her.
really, I'm very happy for her. I'm happy for her Freaky Friday 2 come back.
Yeah.
I'm really happy for her. I know she's been through a lot, and I think her baby healed her. I think having her child really helped restore
She
her.
had the baby already?
Yeah, I think the baby, she just celebrated the first birthday of the baby.
Oh. I
So I
mean,
think that baby, yeah, I think it really helped restore her, who she is as a human, and just, kind of just get her on the right track and like what her purpose is. So she looks fantastic.
oh, well, I wish her the best.
Me too. I'm Team Lohan, Lindsay Lohan. I don't know. I'm not gonna say Lohan because she got some crazy ass parents.
It's a lot of, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm Team Lindsay. But anyway, yes, cool. I love it.
Jason Bateman has a holiday film coming out, but it's a thriller. So he's not doing like a Hallmark Lifetime holiday movie, which we will talk about next. And then this one is not good. Lori Loughlin has a holiday movie coming out. So again, I say cancel culture is not a thing. Maybe one could argue that because she went to jail, right? For like four or
She
five
did go to
months.
jail. She went to jail.
Okay. So
Short
she went to
lived, but she went to
jail.
jail.
I think she paid a fine. She got embarrassed. So one could argue that maybe she paid her debt and should be able to work again. But the fact that she's starring in a holiday movie it's like nothing. She's just picked right back up where she left off.
I mean, she is a white woman, so hey, let's start there.
So whatever with her, but good luck to the rest of them. So since I teed up the next topic talking about Hallmark and Lifetime, let's get into it with Pop and Jen deep dives. Did you hear that there's a Hallmark executive who's being sued because she's rumored to be trying to push out their older talent? She is rumored to be trying to push out Holly Robinson Pete, who just turned 60, and Lacey Chabert, who is 42. And they are they are Hallmark during Christmas. They star in multiple films every year. They have fans who look forward to these films. And this woman, talk about not supporting other women. This woman basically said that Holly Robinson Pete is getting old and expensive, and Lacey Chabert is also getting old, and they need to bring in younger talent. And they also have a casting director who's 79, another woman who I think is named in the suit because she joined in because she thinks that this executive is also trying to push her out and wants to bring in a younger casting director. And my thing is, aside from the fact that age discrimination is just wrong, does this woman not think that she could possibly experience the same thing one day if she's
If not
lucky
sooner.
enough? Yeah. If she's lucky enough to get older, to age and be healthy, she will be lucky if she doesn't get discriminated against the way she is doing to other people. Be the change you want to see. Why perpetuate age discrimination? Like, this is not 1924. This is 2024. We should be past this. The Golden Girls came out in 1985, and that was one of the most popular shows at the time and still is. And those are four women over the age of 50. So to think that it's small-minded to think that one, people who are 60 or 42 or 35 don't also want to see themselves fall in love over Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa. It's not just young people. That's why The Golden Bachelor was popular. That's why The Golden Bachelorette is a show. So
Period. Yeah.
I want people like her to be the ones that are pushed out. Not the casting director that's doing her job, not Holly Robinson Pete, not Lacey Chabert. This woman with her old dinosaur thinking. She's the old one, old mentally.
Yeah, all I have is I hope she's fired. I mean, because you have backwards thinking. Old is in. Are you kidding me? Do you know that nursing home TikTok of all those older people in the nursing home, and they're like dancing, and they did the one where they had the microphone, and then they all had their flash cameras, and like yeah, yeah. It's so cute. Like I love that stuff. Like that's so endearing. It's so cute. For a work, we had a volunteer day. I volunteered to write older people birthday cards, and they're like, "Thank you so much for thinking of me." Like we should be bowing down and paying homage to these people. Like, oh, first of all, Holly Robinson Pete, icon, legend. Watch your goddamn mouth when you're speaking about her, because she's a legend. Lacey Chabert, are you kidding me? She is Hallmark movies. What do you mean? I'm not. If it's a movie and she's not in it, something's up. Okay. So I think that lady needs to be ousted so good energy can come in and replace her and stick to what people love, which is good storytelling, good Hallmark casting. And hey, this 79-year-old lady, whatever her deal is, we don't like. Do we like her or no?
Yes.
We do
She's the
like
one
her.
that other woman is trying to push out for being old.
Oh my gosh, it's terrible. You think because she's 79? I am like really good friends with a 79-year-old woman right now in my life, and she is one of the sharpest, coolest, funniest, on her shit person I've ever met in my life. And she's like, are you kidding me? Like there's so much wisdom in her. There is so much life lived, and it is an honor to sit at her feet and learn from her. So before you come out here trying to diss and tell somebody's old, how about you get the nerve and you get the wherewithal, you get the privilege to accomplish half the shit they've done. Okay? How about you aspire for that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Old is the goal.
Amen.
That's what I have to say about that.
And with that, I think we can move on to On Our Screens and Through Our Earbuds. So I haven't been following the Meghan and Harry that much recently, but I've heard enough to know that there are rumors that they are getting divorced. And I don't know how uh, accurate these rumors are, but there's speculation because they've gone to a few very public events separately, whereas before they used to
Mm,
go together. And like flown to these events. So Harry like went to an event in New York. He was on the Jimmy Fallon show. I think it was Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy, one of the Jimmys. Um, and Meghan was here in California, and there's talk about them fighting, and there's staff that's now speaking out against Meghan stateside.
yikes.
So I don't know what's going on. I
I mean, to be honest, I feel like there was a lot of sacrifice just outside looking in. I don't know these two. I don't know them from Adam. Okay. But outside looking in, it seems as though Harry has made a lot of sacrifices for Meghan. It seems that he has forget compromising. It just feels like sacrifice. Like his position in the royal family, choosing her to begin with, having to move stateside, all these different things. And I've just heard throughout the industry that she's not a nice person. So I'm not doing or saying any of this to bash Meghan. I don't know her. I just know I'm in an industry where people talk a lot, and she's known for not being the nicest person. And so I just feel like he probably, and I thought this a few years ago. I was thinking he's going to build resentment. His resentment is going to start building up for him because of all the things that he has had to sacrifice for her. And I think there was come a place where like, did she appreciate it? Did she, if my man did all that for me, denouncing his family, going against royal tradition. First and foremost, he's with a black woman and it's all this stuff. At first, I thought it's because, her mom's Jamaican. I just thought he didn't know how to do the patois. So I was thinking, damn, Harry. But no, when I think about it, all things are leading to maybe just the resentment starting to take front and center in their relationship. And he just probably was like, I've done all these things for you. What are you willing to do to sacrifice for me? That's what it looks like outside looking in.
I don't know what to make of it. I didn't want to believe that she was as unkind and disingenuous as people say, or
Mm-hmm.
some people say. Because I do think there is some of the backlash that she received is due to her not being white and being divorced. Um,
Oh, of course. And
but
discrimination and racism, all of those things play a part.
but it just sucks to think that someone could have blown up their entire life for someone who is actually a fraud. And it wouldn't be the first time, but this is an international stage.
International.
This is his family. This is, uh, I'm not,
And
I
he,
mean,
I was just
I
going to
hope,
say, sorry,
go ahead.
sorry. I was just going to say, he also probably has resentment because he wasn't able to spend the last years of his grandmother's life with her.
I mean, that's the thing is like, if you're gonna, I feel like when people go through such hard times to be together, either they're going to be together forever because that's like they fought so hard to be together, they're not going to like nothing can break them. And I thought that's who they were going to be, but he may just have given up too much. And it's just if she's not who she says she is, that he may just be discovering that.
Absolutely. Like when all the dust settles down and you're just left with that person, it's like, what was this worth it? So that's up for him to decide. But, you know, I just wish them both well, and especially Harry, because I know how much pressure he was under, is under, and continues to be under. And so he's the one with the royal, like, we all know. I'm no shade, but I didn't know who Meghan was until I didn't watch Suits, so I didn't know who she was until she got with Harry. So I think a lot of this just fell on the ball in his court from, you know, public ridicule to family ridicule, your strained relationship with your brother, who was your best friend, your grandmother, your dad. Like this isn't just some regular chip off the block. Like these are strained relationships because you made a sacrifice to be with this woman. So that's what I think it is might be about. But hey, only time will tell.
So we'll see. It is time for On Our Screens. This week, I want to start off with something that is bringing me great joy to see on Instagram, and it is the Jennifer Hudson show and the spirit tunnels. And I know you've seen these, but for anyone who's listening and hasn't seen it, if you want to bring some joy to your day, go to the Jennifer Hudson Instagram account, Jennifer Hudson Show Instagram account, and look at the highlights for Spirit Tunnels. It is basically her behind the scenes staff line up on down a hallway, and they make up a song for the celebrity who's the guest that day. And now the celebrities are starting to know that they can like dance their way down the line, kind of like a Soul Train line. And it is so fun and so heartwarming. And I love seeing the behind the scenes talent get their shine.
I do too. I love it. It's so fun. My favorite is between the actually I have three favorites. Angela Bassett is my favorite. She was like, yes, it's Angela Bassett, B-A-S-S. What were these? I forgot how they did it. Angela Bassett, Angela Bassett. I forgot what their thing was. But I love how they come up with these unique rhymes for them. And then
Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett.
Hey,
Angela
Bassett. Angela Bassett.
Are you part of the crew, the staff? Like,
it's really good. It's catchy.
Y'all should have seen her faces now. She was so happy she got it. Look at her. Her dog's even barking at her. Like, we get it. But no, my also favorite is the Gwen Stefani. It's Gwen Stefani, Stefani. It's Gwen Stefani, Stefani. It's so good. I loved it. And I love when I say, it's with Glorilla. That was really good. That was, yes. There, I love just the originality of it. I love how personable it is. I love that, like, now people are, to your point, are knowing what's going on, so they look forward to the tunnel. Like Tia Mowry. You know who did not pass the vibe check? Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
And that's probably why, because they probably didn't want to post it. But that was.
I did see Jimmy Kimmel. I did see. He just kind of looked like he was terrified. Like, oh my God, this is my nightmare. Dancing.
He looked so uncomfortable. He was clapping off beat. He was like,
you know what? I'm not going to give him a hard time because some people they're just not dancers. Like, it terrifies them. Unless they have like 10 drinks or a whole blunt, they can't dance.
He still didn't pass the vibe check. I would like, Jimmy, just go around back and go another way because this is being recorded. You were on camera, my guy. But other than that, I loved it.
I did also love Angela Bassett. I loved how Gwen Stefani got so into it. She just was so tickled. Like, I love people who love their craft and love their own the stuff they create. Because some singers and people in bands don't react that way. They're just like, I don't know.
I've heard I loved it. She's contagiously nice. Like, anyone, I know two people who have worked for her. One on her brand, her makeup brand, and one for production with her, and said she was just a delight. And it makes me very happy to hear this about people. And so I'm really happy. Yeah, I believe it too. So she's an absolute delight. And it just makes it easier to root for these people when you know that they're like that in real life.
I also will say that it really made me, it endeared me to Glorilla because she just seems like a sweetheart, just like a really genuine soul, and it makes me want her to succeed. So these spirit tunnels are doing a whole bunch of other stuff for celebrities. Oh, and I can't forget Derek Huff. He
oh yes, he passed the vibe check
his way down the hall. I loved it.
He was getting it cha-cha real smooth. Cha-cha now, yeah. Like, he did a good job. Yeah, he was really cute. I liked his. Everyone's passing the vibe check, so mine's Jimmy Kimmel. But other than that, all good stuff.
And then I just want to say the last thing on this is good for Jennifer Hudson show for finding something new and different to bring attention to their show, because this is slowly blowing up. And I expect in, I don't know, probably like a month from now, GMA will be talking about it, and George Stephanopoulos will be trying to dance down the tunnel.
Yeah, I would like to not see that, but I would like to see Nate. What's his name?
Burleson.
Yes, come on, shimmy on down, Nate. Come on down the line. Yes,
I could see Nate and Gail doing.
Oh, Gail would totally do it.
And then Tony would do his little white boy thing, his awkward white boy thing, and then Nate would be like, "Come on, Tony, you got it, man." I
Super cute.
kind of love Tony. Next topic is Ghost, the back half of season 4, and this is the final season, as I mentioned in, I don't know, the first or second episode. Michael Ealy is a guest star this season, and he is playing a crooked cop, and he is doing a very good job because I fucking hate his character. I like he's doing such a good job of being a bad cop that I every time he comes on screen want to punch him in the fucking face. And he's a beautiful
Damn.
face. But he knows this. He knows that he is so good at playing bad. I think he was interviewed recently. He said something like he has to now convince some people that he is actually a nice person in real life because he's played so many.
Yes. Color Girls. Yeah, being one of them. Yeah. He needs to do a redemption tour.
But I'm not done. I have like 2 more episodes left, so I'll cover what I think about the rest of the season and the series because this is it when I'm finished. But
Wait, this is
Michael Ealy,
I'm sorry. This is a series finale?
so what they did is season 4 is the last season, and they did the first half, the first 5 episodes in August, and then the last 5 in September. So I'm just catching up.
It's over?
Yeah.
That's really sad. I really like that show.
Ghost, not girl. You did this last time. Not Ghost. Not the show. Not the show about the ghost.
I thought you were talking about Ghost, the show with the damn actual ghosts. I'm thinking, what a casting choice to have Michael Ealy on Ghost.
Since when do you watch Ghost?
I don't. I'm thinking,
which you should, because I think you would really like it. And you're ruined for everybody black. Everybody black is on there except like 2 people, and those people may as well be black.
I'll check it out. Are you talking about Tommy? I know him.
No, Tommy's on another show. So Tommy's on Power. This is the Power, one of the Power spinoffs.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Is this the one with Tariq?
Yes.
Okay, I'll watch this one. Oh, yeah, I heard they got canceled last season. But yeah, I'll watch it for sure.
Yeah, I read that one of the reasons they may have gone canceled is because the show is really expensive, and half of what is expensive is their fashion, because they are decked out in labels all the time. They're drug dealers.
Hell yeah. Isn't this the one with Method Man?
Yes.
Yeah, but his fine ass. Of course it's expensive.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Why is it that some men get better looking with age? Okay.
Because it's God gifting them for being ain't shit men. And I think Method Man's one of them. If you ain't shit for not being like, this is your reward for being a man who's not ain't shit. Like, oh, here's your reward. You are a man oh, okay. Sorry, I'm saying that's wrong. Here's your reward for being a man who is the shit.
That works.
You get what I'm saying? But y'all know what I'm trying to say. It's just like with white people who age gracefully. It's because they're unproblematic.
Right.
Like, look at Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? God said, because you are unproblematic, I'm going to let you age with grace.
Yeah.
Look at Jane Fonda. Although we know she's been under somebody's knife, God said, I'm going to give you some grace and some Frankie. Oh! Nice. Thank you so much. I'm here all day.
Nice. And then the last one I have is FBI. Season 7, I believe, is back. And in the first episode, another Black female cast member leaves the show. I don't know what they were doing over there at FBI, but not only is this the second Black female cast member who's left the show, this is the second one who is a partner to Scola. So I don't know if it's the actor, the show, or what, but 2 Black actresses have left in the show's 7 years. And they also last season killed off a Black male character who was like one of the recurring characters. So I don't know what is going on. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's just coincidence, but I really liked her. Her name was Catherine Renee Kane. And I thought she was a great addition to the show, and I'm going to miss her on the show.
Aw, I'll miss her too. You know who they do need to revisit recasting? Because I think he's on Adderall or something else. He's like a human pogo stick. OA. He needs to sit his ass down somewhere.
Oh, hey, what's wrong with OA?
He's just frantic. They'll be like, there is a bank robbery. He will lose his marble. He could be getting coffee across the street. I'm on it. I'm on it. Hold all units. Hold all units. And he frantically runs across the street. I'm here. I'm on the scene. I'm like, can you calm your ass? He makes me frantic watching him. I'm just like, can you? That's why I rock with FBI's Most Wanted. Because the way my boo Dylan McDermott be keeping them all calm, cool, and collected.
That's another man.
Another man
who's aging.
yes.
He's
like 60 something. Is he how old? He's in his 60s. Exactly. He stays in his unproblematic lane and he does when he's how old is this man? 63. Dylan McDermott is 63. Okay.
Had his shirt off in an episode, just walking around like, look at my muscles.
I said, you can lead me anywhere. Okay. I love what he brings to the show. And he is a great leader.
Did you see the most recent episode?
I haven't watched this recent season.
Okay. There is just remember Peaches from the second episode of this season.
Oh wow. Okay. I gotta tune in.
Yeah, it's nice to have FBI Most Wanted back. I forgot about that. Thank you.
Yeah, that's my show.
I was so annoyed by FBI.
I don't like FBI because I don't like the two main characters, OA and the other girl. What's her name?
Maggie. And see,
that's I find her irritating.
That's the thing is like I like Scola and I can't remember her character's name, but I like them together. So when they have the lead in the episodes, those are like some of my favorite episodes. They have like their partnership is great. So it's another reason why I'm bummed.
Yeah, and then they have a frantic ass leader who you never see out in the field. At least Dylan McDermott's ass
he goes out in the field.
Does he?
Yes.
Because he always has his hands on the hip. All right, people, he's been missing 3 hours. Let's go. What do we have? What do we have? Okay, you got it. All right.
And then he says, yeah.
Okay, cool. What's next? All right, not good enough. Who has something else for me? I'm like, what is this, a fucking auction? Like, he's just like, that's why I don't rock with FBI, because they have more characters I don't like than do. With FBI Most Wanted, they seem like an actual legit family. And that's because they have good rapport, and Dylan McDermott is a good-ass leader, and he sees all of them. The black woman, not to be a spoiler, but when she had an episode where she got injured, he showed up for her, took care of her. I was like, oh my gosh, man, Dylan McDermott, if you need anywhere to rest your head.
I don't mind Jubal from the one you were talking about, who's just always like, yeah. Because it's Jeremy Sisto, and he's from Clueless. Like, I can't not, I just have loved him since Clueless.
It's no shit on him as an actor. It's just, I don't like his character. I don't, but no one is more annoying than Maggie, so.
Maggie's annoying, but I've started to like Maggie more because OA is getting on my nerves more. Anyway, that's it for me. What do you have this week?
Well, I have just a few. So I have Love is Blind. Oh my God. I don't know if y'all are watching this season, but this has to be the most diabolical season ever. Like, first of all, you have narcissists, you have gaslighting, you have liars, you have cheaters. I'm not going to give any spoilers. All I have to say is, are you finding these men, casting directors, are you finding them on Craigslist? Because I need to understand where you're finding these people. The women, stand up. I need you to stand up. But it's just grinding my gears. This has to be the worst season. Literally. I think Love is Blind was made just so Cameron and Lauren from season 1 could find each other. And that's all we needed. I would like you to name besides Brett and Tiffany, who name other couples from Love is Blind.
I know them. The guy, Amber, and the guy.
Clay and Amber?
No. From season 1 also. Or season 2. The one who, they live in the South, and they said on the show that he paid half of her student loans, or had to pay off her student loans so that they could buy a house or something, and then it turned out that wasn't even actually true. He's like a real, deep Southern accent, like he's from South Carolina or something. Anyway, they're still together, and I think one other couple, but to your point, yes, they. What's funny though is 2 weeks ago you were saying this is a great season. They did great casting.
Mhm.
Like, what happened?
That's how they fool you. The pods will have you thinking sweet nothings and oh my gosh, this is hopeful. But when they leave the pods, real life happens. Real life happens, and you're just like, what is this fuckery that I was roped into? Like, what in the world? This is the worst season. I need Hannah, Tim, Ramses, and Tyler to be in the nearest psychiatrist chair. I need them to seek counseling, seek just support, because it's giving trauma. And they should not be projecting that onto other people. They should have never come to on the show to begin with and waste people. Don't waste people's time. People are actually wanting to find love, and you're over here playing in their face. Like, that's what gets me. That's what grinds my gears. And so I'm just like, where are y'all finding these people? So yeah, this season was highly disappointing. I'm not even going to watch the wedding episodes. I'm not watching it. Not going to happen. I'm done.
Wow.
I'm done with this season. Also,
Dang.
Twitter spoiled it for me. I'm not watching it. It's the last episode actually, but I will be tuning into the reunion. The reunion is airing October 30th, so you bet your bottom dollar I will be tuning into that because I want to see these women wreak havoc. Specifically, Alex to Tim, Marissa to Ramses, and Ashley to Tyler. Have you not watched one episode?
I watched 2.5.
Well, keep up, okay? The show's been on for 4 weeks now, and you're gonna get a spoiler
I was
anyway.
signaling to you to stop talking so I could tell you how far I was because I just started watching it today.
Okay,
Thank
well, I
you.
apologize. You're not gonna remember any of these names I just said. But anyway,
I will because I have some of them written down, and 2 of them are couples I was rooting for.
I'm sorry. But if you're not getting spoilers from me, you're going to get it from the internet anyway. But apologies.
No, because somehow I've managed to not get spoilers because I haven't been on the internet.
I didn't
Okay.
spoil anything. A lot of these couples may not still be together. I'm just saying what I would do. I was with these people. But anyway, Love is Blind, worst season they've ever had. I will not be tuning into the wedding episode. So, because I don't care. Yeah. And then besides Love is Blind, Found season 2 is on Peacock. That is a story with Mosley and Associates, Gabby Mosley, played by the beautiful and awesome Shanola Hampton. She plays the lead character. She was kidnapped when she was like 15, I think 15, and by her English teacher who kept her hostage for a year. And she escaped, and she then kidnaps him. This is all in the trailer, so I'm not giving spoilers. She kidnaps him 20 odd years later and holds him as her captive. And so the season 2 story unfolds. It's crazy. It's insane. It's nuts. I love it. The suspense. It's so good. Shanola Hampton is a fantastic actress. And yeah, I think that it's such a good show, and I would really love for it to continue on. This last episode was like, talk about you have to pay attention. Like, talk about you have to be alert because you cannot miss anything. What's his name from Saved by the Bell does a fantastic job as Sir.
Oh, Mark Paul Gosselaar's in this?
Yes, yes, he does a great job. Like the villain, he's spectacular. Yeah,
Oh, that sounds really good.
yeah, it's a good show. And then my last, what I am watching is season 3 of All American Homecoming. It's like I'm able to vicariously live through them and have my HBCU college experience from the step teams, the sorority and fraternities, the HBCU pride. Princeton University is the fictional school, college university that they go to. And also the cast is gorgeous. God damn. Everyone is stunning. I love a stunning cast 'cause I can't keep my eyes off the screen. Gorgeous. Led by Simone Hicks, played by Jeffrey Maya. Amazing cast. No notes so far in the season 3. I just want a few people to have more screen time, but other than that, yeah. But unfortunately, this is the last season you'll see because it got canceled. So, to your point, they only it seems like only 3 seasons for these folks. So it's streaming now on Netflix. Watch it whenever you can. I recommend starting at season 1. It's so good, and it just gives you that HBCU experience with that dramatics added onto it. So yes, that's what I'm watching right now.
Some good stuff.
Always so many good shows and not enough time to watch them, but we can try for sure. Now for Through Our Earbuds. What have you been listening to, Keish?
So I've given a lot of attention to the pop girlies so far, but I haven't really talked about the pop boys. What is the boy version?
Pop fellas? I don't know.
Okay. So let's talk about the pop fellies. Uh Benson Boone. Have you heard of Benson Boone? I know nothing about Benson Boone. I don't know
No.
what he looks like. I know he's young. I for some reason imagine him to be like a young blonde kid who plays guitar. But anyway, he has two songs that they've been out for a while, but I haven't talked about them, so I want to acknowledge them. One is called Slow It Down, and the other is called Beautiful Things. And what I like about both of these songs is they start off kind of slow and then they build. So it's like one of those things you're like, la 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 la, I'm just singing, and then yeah, and you're just like, you know what I mean? Where like the music just like shifts, it gets like louder and faster, and you're just like, yeah, like
Sure.
crescendo.
Okay,
You
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about. It's like it's kind of like the electronic version is like when the beat drops. Kind of like that.
Okay.
Except more pop, like guitar kind of songs.
Okay.
So
Nice. I'll have
I
to take
like
a listen.
those. Um, and Beautiful Things is romantic, so it's good if you are looking for some romantic music. And then Noah Khan. Noah Khan is not new at this point. He has been around for a while. I just wanted to officially acknowledge that I really like Noah Khan's music on this podcast because it just brings me such joy to hear his music, and I did not expect this. When a friend told me like a year ago that he was one of her favorite artists, I was like, "Who?" And so I asked for a few songs and she recommended some, and they just he makes me think of like a young Paul Simon. So if you know like Paul Simon, his kind of like folk pop music in the
Hmm.
80s, that's
Hmm.
what he kind of sounds like. And you know one of the songs because I played it for you in the car when I was
Yeah,
in
I love that
LA.
song with Casey Musgraves.
Yes, She Calls Me Back. And then he has a
She
song that
calls me back. She calls me back.
it does sound better than that, but yes, that is kind of what it sounds like. But yeah, that's a great duet. He also has a duet with Post Malone called Dial Drunk that I also like. And then I also recommend Stick Season, all great songs if you just want to be like in a chill mood, but be uplifted, no con. And then lastly, I don't know much about Jelly Roll. I know he's around. I don't really know a lot of his music, but I've been watching Kelly Clarkson's talk show in the background when I work sometimes. And the beginning of her show, she does karaoke. So she does a cover of some song. And she did a duet with Jelly Roll because he was on her show of this song called I'm Not Okay. And it is
Hmm.
beautiful. You heard it?
I have heard the song. It's a little depressy, stressy, but when you're in a good mood and you turn on the radio and you hear that, it's like, oh, whoa. But it's a
Yes.
beautiful song. It's a beautiful, beautiful song.
Maybe because I was in a good mood when I heard it, I just thought it was beautiful. I didn't think it was sad. I thought it was like there's times when we're not okay, but that's
Yeah.
fine. It's not the end of the world.
Hmm. I
Um,
think because I was listening to it when I was in a very low mood, low space, it just made it even more heavier. And so I was like, I will be turning the station now. But I couldn't see how you're able to receive it better when you're kind of like in a stable mood.
yeah, because I think the lyrics are actually encouraging. But if you're not in the right mindset, then yes, I can see how your brain can like twist things to mean something different. But just saying like I'm not okay, but everything's gonna be all right. Yeah, it's true.
It's true. It's true.
So,
And I'm kudos for him for having the courage and, you know, space and resources to publish that song.
and also just to be as open as he is about, like, I know more about his past as a human than I know about his music. Like, I know he used to sell drugs. I know that he feels very remorseful about it. And he seems like he's a good soul who's just trying to do his best to be a better person. So check it out. You can go on YouTube, karaoke, and see that duet. What do you have, sis?
I just have two because they've been both been on repeat. I'm gearing up to go to the Kehlani concert next week, and so I have been preparing by listening to all things Kehlani. One of my favorites being Water and Can I. Water is so good. It's like a 2-minute song. Can I is a short song too. She been putting out some short songs, but they're effortless bops. But I love Kehlani. Her music is like, it's like water for my soul. It's like nourishment for me. I love R&B. You know this. It's just the ultimate R&B music. The ultimate just like get you in the right energy. And so I looked up her set list, what she's performing. I love every single song she's performing. So I'm going to be ready. So I've just been listening to a lot of Kehlani, a lot of just like, you know, her latest album came out. She released both of her re-released one of her albums. It's While We Wait. Yeah, While We Wait. Kehlani. Yeah, While We Wait. Part 2, she released that. And then Crash was her an album she released this year and has the song After Hours. Why don't you stay here after hour? I'm like, yes, I'll stay anywhere with you, Kehlani. You ain't gotta say nothing. You ain't gotta say nothing but a word. But yes, so that's what I'm listening to. And then after, well, I was listening to it before her speech at the Texas rally for Kamala, but Cowboy Carter, like I revisited Cowboy Carter, and it's just so good. Like Bodyguard. Like I love it. I can be your bodyguard. Like songs I didn't really take in earlier this year. I'm revisiting them. So good. So just beautiful. Bodyguard is like now the top of my list on that album. It's just so beautiful. So good. Tyrant, Yeah. Desert Eagle, Blackbird. Like it's just so many, just it's just beautiful to revisit it and just experience the album. And then after hearing her speech, I was like, yes, we snapping. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was like, Beyonce, you put out a masterpiece. If there is any year that she has been more patriotic, is this year. Okay. Between Cowboy Carter, the Olympics. Okay. She said, we are imperfect nation. And she had that cute ass USA outfit on. And then she came and did this rally. Like she's on her political tip. So I'm just
argue. You could also add Levi's to that.
Oh yes, Levi's. How could I forget Levi's? And whiskey. Whiskey is such an American thing to drink. Like whiskey, like she's really in her patriotic American bag this year. And so, hey, and she continues to try to take my coins. You saw she's releasing a new perfume. It's called. The other one was Say Noir. This one is Come Here, and everyone said, won't you come here with some new visuals? Won't you come here with a new tour? Okay, it was really funny, but you know how people have to joke. But yes, that is what I have been listening to. And yes,
that is a lot of content we talked about today. But it's all good stuff. I don't even know how we have time to consume all of this. Well, that's it for this week. Wow, time has flown by. It means we had fun. But it's time to say farewell. And we'll be back in 2 weeks. If you want to be notified about new episodes, see our recommendations and other fun stuff, follow us on Instagram at CrossGen Sisters. You can also email us at crossgensisters@gmail.com. And if you like the podcast, please help us grow it by following, rating, and reviewing us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you like to listen to podcasts. And lastly, tell all your friends, your siblings, your cousins, all the people you love and people you like to listen. Spread the word. And thank you for listening. Bye. Love you, sis.
Love you too, sister.